Greek philosophers, the first philosophers, the natural philosophers, what they were looking at is things that we don't think about much. Things that you might think about when you go camping. So for example, think about the last time you went camping. You're out under the stars, not being distracted by all these things, and you start noticing there's stars there, right? You start noticing there's a moon there, and you start wondering, why is there stars and why is there a moon? These seem almost too simple, but this is what they start to think about. Okay, and then they started noticing, for example, that there seems to be order, but at the same time there's change. So the question is, do we live ultimately in an ordered universe or not? Now, these are the kind of things that we would dive deeper in a philosophy class, because these are what the pre-Socratic thinkers thought about. So when I said pre-Socratic, before Socrates, these pre-Socratics were trying to understand why, for example, summer turns to, well, in other parts of the country, turns to fall, right? Fall? It's a season? Never mind. Turns into fall, fall turns into winter, winter turns into spring, and then it starts over again. So even though there's change, right, there seems to be order. And they're curious about how there could be, in a sense, change and order both. Now, Socrates thought this was interesting, but what Socrates was more concerned about was what I was hoping that many of you started to think about on your way home the other day. And what I mean by that is, when you start questioning homework, when you start thinking about your work, in many ways, what are you starting to ask? You're starting to ask yourself, what do you value? See, this is a tough one. And when I say leisure society, in the Greek leisure society, this was something that was good. The Greeks wanted to know why in a sense, they were around. Or the question that sometimes comes up, who am I? Who am I?